and I still remember the first episode that we shot with Ash Kilback. I think this podcast is gonna be great. I have such good feelings about this podcast.
It's real, dude. Like, people wear their emotions on their sleeve while we're shooting the podcast. If there's such bright minds here, imagine bigger provinces. Imagine the rest of the world. Yeah, more people, more stories, exactly. So I feel like that's one lesson that I've learned so far is grit. Welcome everybody to A Little Perspective. And as you guys can see, we're not in our studio like we are usually because this is a different type of episode. It's just gonna be me and Nikhil today. And, feels good. We're outside. It's a good weather. What the fuck? Fuck, bhai. Oh.
Bro, we gotta do the framing again. Bro, sit there. Sit there.
Bloopers.
Bloopers, this is the whole thing.
I guess that's the downside of shooting the episode outside.
Today's episode is not about any guest. It's about our journey so far. So we've been doing this for almost 3 years now, and I thought that today's episode we will just reflect on that journey, the things that we have learned, the things that we could improve on, how you guys have supported us, and what this podcast means to us. So, do you want to start us off, Pranav?
Well, one thing I'll say is, dude, like, I never actually imagined us doing this. Like, I mean, I'm not saying like, oh shit, like we're doing something very revolutionary or anything. Like, there are multiple podcasts out there. A lot of people are starting podcasts like almost every single day. It's just that, like, me personally, I never imagined myself doing this. So I feel like every single episode that I record, it I don't know, gives me that dopamine boost, makes me like really super fucking excited that damn, we're actually doing this. Right? I don't know. What do you think?
Honestly, man, I would agree with you on that. And I still remember the first episode that we shot with Ash Kilback. And there's a difference between having a full plan of what you want to do, charting it out, and then doing it. And there's another thing where you just start things off with no plan. Well, you know a direction where you're going, but you don't have a full plan what you want to do, right? And that episode, right after shooting that episode, the feeling that I got, I was like, man, I'm doing something good. I think this podcast is going to be great. I have such good feelings about this podcast.
Yeah.
So that was my first podcast experience. And then, of course, after doing a few episodes, we met some amazing people. Mike Tate, then we did with Dylan, then we did with Ricky. Shout out to Ricky. I don't know where you've been, man.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, since if you've seen him.
And just, I think the best part for me about this podcast is the connections that I'm making, like the people that I'm meeting. Yesterday, we had a meeting with Ben Tingley, and I think we talked about this too, right? You go into Bravo Tango, you talk to him. It's like he has built his own empire,
Right.
and we are a guest in his empire. And it just feels good to be able to chat with amazing people like him.
100%. 100%.
I know, what do you think?
No, one thing that I really love is that, I mean, let's be real. Like, the connections that we're making, everything that we're learning, dude, it just feels surreal. Like, I don't know, it's just really hard to like put it into words. Like, I'm genuinely proud of us that we actually started this. And, I'm stoked to see how far we can take this. And we are going to take this, of course. Like, 100%. But yeah, it just seems insane. Like, how accepting the community is. And, we reach out to people. They're genuinely curious about, we want to hear what you guys are talking about. Or we want to know what this podcast is about. They agree to have the pre-podcast meeting. They agree to shoot the podcast. We promote the content. And it's just not even about like, just talking to them, shooting the podcast, and that's it. I feel like it's a friendship. Like, it's this camaraderie that we're actually building with all these people. So, I don't know. I feel like it's the best way to get to know the bright minds, the people who are like, athletes, poets, entrepreneurs, who are all in their own journey. And figuring life out one day at a time. It just feels insane that we get to learn from them and get to share their story. I just think it's an amazing feeling being their vessel. Of course, their story has been told. They probably share it with a lot of people as well. But when we're part of that group who gets to share that story, who gets to talk about it, and they get to share their ups and downs, the goods, the bads, the highs, the lows, being very real with us. Because that's the thing, right? Like, a lot of conversations nowadays are pretty superficial. It's like small talk. Like, you talk about one thing, it's usually transactionary. I don't know, but like, the conversations that we have is like, it's real, dude. Like, people wear their emotions on their sleeve while we're shooting the podcast. So that's what I love about it. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you're right on that.
Yeah, yeah.
That, like, we living in a very disposable world where things are very transactional, right? And you really get to chat with people for 2 hours and have a deep, meaningful conversation, right? Like, people don't even do that with their friends. When's the last time you talked to your friend for 2 hours in person with no phones and cameras recording? Of course not. But that means something,
Yeah,
right? And if
100%.
people come to our podcast and share their story openly, talk about their personal life, people don't do that with everybody.
Right, right.
And we're not their close friends, their close allies.
No, exactly.
We just met them
Hell,
once.
dude, we're fucking immigrants. We don't. We're not even white.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not like
Brown
using
boys.
that. I'm not using that. I'm not
Brown
even. I'm not even using that as like to get sympathy or garner any like sort of like you know a free hand or something. But my point being is that like
It's about where we come from.
yeah, exactly. Like we don't like we're not from Canada.
Yeah.
Like we didn't know these people that we're talking to from like a very fucking long time.
Right.
Like every single guest that we reached out to, it was basically a cold call. It was basically like a cold email. And that led to something so meaningful and so great. And that's what I love about like what we stand upon and what this podcast stands on too, is that our why, our message is so clear that people are genuinely interested to take time out of their day. Because you mentioned to like 2 hours, dude, they could be doing anything. They could be spending time with their families, working on their business, especially like entrepreneurs are working 24/7 usually. They could be doing anything. But they're like, you know what? No, I'm going to take 2 hours out of my day and spend it with you guys, where I get to be real with you. And hopefully, this leads to a better lesson for future entrepreneurs or future athletes or whatever discipline of your career you're in. So that's what really like makes me feel like it gives me goosebumps that I'm like, yeah, first of all, like we're not part of a close circle, like you mentioned. We just met over email first and then Zoom or in person and then just shot the podcast. But the conversations that we have, I think it hits home. Like I've learned so much from every single person. And that's the beauty of it. They all have their own unique stories. Sure, yeah, in the end, they're winners. They get the result that they want. That's common between all of them. But how they got there, again, the highs and the lows. Dude, not everybody is like comfortable talking about that. But these guys are. How many people have we talked to? 36? Around 36 people? 36 people, dude. That can fill up a fucking room. It's insane to think about that.
And that's 36 people that we have done a podcast with. We have talked to way more.
Yeah, exactly.
People
And
than
that has
that.
led us to talk to more people.
Exactly.
Like when we post on socials, like Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Sure, like we've only shot the podcast with 36 people, but we get more views than 36, right? So that's more and more people who are getting involved in this community. And that's what I love. Like I want this to be like a band of brothers, a band of sisters, like, like a full-on camaraderie where like everybody is learning from these stories, just bettering themselves. Like we talk about this too, right? Like that visual that I always love talking about. I'm like a nerd on that. Is that you're the sculptor and the sculpture. And if you start sculpting yourself through one of our episodes, or if one of our lessons hits so hard that you're like, you know what, I want to make a change in my life, or I'm going to do this from tomorrow. Dude, that's fucking insane. That's insane. I love that.
Right.
I don't know.
So
I don't want to
let me-
hype myself up too much, but I don't know. It's good.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah, what's up?
So, in 36 episodes, 3 years, We've traveled to Calgary. We've shot some episodes in the mountains. What has
Flex.
been one greatest lesson for you? What's the one thing that you've learned from almost everybody?
Grit is not stopping. Like, I'll give you a few examples. Like, of course, shout out to James Bogus from Regina Airport Authority. Oh shit, funny bees. Like, his episode was literally named Grit.
Yeah.
Right, but it's true, man. Like, let's talk about Mike Tate, for example. Shout out to Mike Tate. Started from sales, started his own business, worked at EDR. Now he's the CEO of Regina Chamber of Commerce. Dude's not fucking stopping. He's like, go, go, go. Jody Barrett, shout out to Jody. At her age, how many people are that active? How many people are swinging kettlebells like they're like pieces of paper? Dude, I would probably like sprain my wrist or something if I tried doing what she does. And I'm younger than her. And yet she never complained, never stopped when we were hiking up that mountain.
Yeah, she was carrying like a 20-pound kettlebell with her.
Yeah, in her backpack.
Yeah, and we were panting.
Yeah. And she was happy. She had a smile on her face.
Yeah.
Jacqueline Tischer. Shout out to Jacqueline from Hope's Home. Dude, people would be broken after a story that Jacqueline had to go through. And yet she's still doing what she loves. Because she knows how important it is. It's bigger than her. So I feel like every single person has a different story. But one thing that I've seen from every single person is that the grit that they have of not stopping, making sure that they deliver the best, they are the best. And they're doing something very noble for the people in the community. It's just insane. It's insane. And we're just talking about a small community like Regina. If there's such bright minds here, imagine bigger provinces. Imagine
Right.
the rest of the world.
More people, more
Yeah,
stories.
more people, more stories, exactly. So I feel like that's one lesson that I've learned so far is grit. Of course, sorry guys, like I want to mention everybody's name, but these are just the names that came off the top of my head because I don't know, it's just these people mean something to me, right? They aren't just numbers.
Yeah.
Like these are our friends essentially. So yeah, I think grit is like the most important. I don't know. What about you?
So you know how at the end of our podcast we do this rapid fire round where we ask
Right.
people, what are you grateful for?
Right.
What's one rule you would make that everybody had to follow?
Right.
And it just amazes me. You ask anybody, 99.9 in person, what are you most grateful for? It's always family. It's always freaking family.
Right.
These guys, so the people that we interview, they're like business owner, they're doing so well in their life, but they still know what's important, what's more important,
Right.
what do you need to be grateful for, and that's family. And that's something that I've realized over like these few years that I've been in Canada. I didn't used to value my family that much.
Plus, you've been away from them for such a long
I've
time.
been
dude.
away
You
from
have,
my
you have
family
a,
like my whole life.
Yeah,
Like I
you-
left my house when I was 12 years old. That's fucking young, dude. Like you don't get away from your family that young. Like I still remember whenever I meet my mom, like she still cries. Like every freaking time. Cuz I can't imagine as a mother having your kid go to a boarding school at that young age. Right? Like for dads it's fine. It's whatever. Yeah, like they're very practical that he's doing this because he wants to do something in his life. They can look at it from that perspective.
Dude,
But a
moms are
mom
emotional.
can't.
Moms are emotional.
Moms are emotional,
Yeah,
dude.
100%.
Every freaking time I come back, she's always crying, and it just breaks my heart, dude. And there's nothing that I can do.
I don't think it should be breaking. I think it should be warming your heart. I don't know. Me personally, I think like why would you be heartbroken? That's just something very beautiful. Like, of course, like I can't speak the same. My mom lives with me. So, like we see each other every single day. There aren't any tears over there. It's probably just fights. No, I'm just kidding. But like, bro, in your case, dude, like,
Well,
I
it
don't know.
breaks my heart because like I can't spend more time with her.
Right.
That's
Right,
what
right.
sucks because she wants to. That's why she's crying. Right?
But hey, that's gonna change soon, right?
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
on your verge of
100%.
getting your
Yeah, yeah.
PR card.
Getting
and of
my
course,
PR, then have
right.
my parents over.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
the game plan. You already have the game plan. Just got to put in the reps.
Yeah.
It will happen, dude. Trust me. I feel like all these years are just the foundation that you're laying down. Just a foundation, right? You need to have a strong foundation so the house can sustain.
Yeah, and yeah, like coming back to the point that I think we need to be grateful for family So if there's anybody who thinks that, family's not important, most of the time it's because you're living with them and you don't realize the value until you get out of your house and you realize that how important family is. That's what I learned from like everybody, right? And of course there's so many lessons that we can talk about. We can have like 4 episodes about, never giving up. Tim Fleming says never ever give up, right? We've got Mike Tates who says one in a row, right? If you're having a bad day, do things one in a row. Get one thing done and then one another one. It's a step, right? You can't miss a step. If you're walking up a stair, you can't just go from step 1 to step 20. You have to go step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4.
Insane athlete. I mean, if you could, that's insane.
Yeah, that's stupid if you could. You should be in Guinness World Record or something, right?
That's hilarious. Yeah.
So that's my biggest lesson, that family is important. And you
Yeah,
should
100%,
value and
man.
respect them.
I don't know. It's just fucking insane to think that it's, how do I put it? Like, people realize the value too late sometimes, right? And I don't want to get like sentimental. I don't want to get like emotional. Not like for me personally, but like I don't want to go down like this sad route of a conversation. But it's just a fact, dude. Like, just being real. Like, people realize this shit way too late because they think like the little things are really fucking important, or the little things matter the most, and they forget, like, in hindsight, the big things of life,
Yeah.
the major chunk of your life. And it's insane, dude. Like, people, like, we're living in very dark times right now. Let's be real. Like, you and I are fucking lucky. Like, we're in our front yard over here recording this episode. There's greenery, there's fresh air, there's no smoke, there's no ash, there's no fire. I don't know. I think people would switch lives with us in a second. They would give anything up for just a couple more minutes, a couple more conversations, a night with their loved ones. It's weird. Like, we're living in weird fucking times, and it breaks my heart. Like, it's sad to see. Like, me and my him, like, Akash, we were talking about this last night too, man. Like, it's insane whatever's happening out there within a span of like 1 week, what we've seen, and for the past couple of years, what's been happening. Children, older people, adults, all around the world, what they wouldn't give for what we have.
Dude,
Yeah,
look
I
at
respect that.
Diego Jota.
Yeah.
Look at Diego Jota, like the great football player, right? From Portugal. That man is a young guy, right? 24, 25, has a family, has a kid, was expecting to play the next World Cup, 2026 World Cup in the States. So I think he was in Italy, and he rented a car to go to the airport because he was going to his practice for Premier League.
Oh shit, yeah.
So he used to play for Liverpool. So rented a car. On his way, one of his tire burst. It's like that. The guy's no more. That gives me goosebumps. How can you just vanish? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that sad actually? That a man just vanishes like that. Everything, nothing matters at that point, bro. Nothing matters at that point. All the grudges that you've had with anybody, none of
Yeah,
that shit
dude,
matters.
everything's gonna fade away anyways. Might as well just like bury the hatchet. I don't know. Unless, like, yeah, like, unless you get snaked really bad and you just don't want to associate with those people, that's a different story. But like, your people that are close to you, people that you love, constantly pulling the fight or whatever that case is, don't do it, man. It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It's
man.
not
It's
worth
not
it.
worth
Been
it.
there,
Get a
done that.
short life, dude.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy. You know Eddie Murphy?
Queen?
No. That's Freddie Mercury.
Oh.
Eddie Murphy is like he's like an actor.
Oh,
Like
the
an old
black
actor.
dude.
The black dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
basically. So he had a really good video. He's wearing like a white kurta, basically. He's wearing a white kurta. It comes to the camera. He's like, 75 years. That's
Is he the
all you
same
get.
guy from Beverly Hills Cop?
I've not seen that movie.
Oh, no, oh yeah, okay. I know who you're talking about now. Makes sense.
So he talks about how you've only got 75 years if you have a healthy life.
Right,
People
right.
don't last till 75.
That's true.
Bro.
That's true.
75 years, 75 winters, 75 summers, 75 springs. That's all you have. That's not a lot of time. That's freaking not a lot of time. If you think you have a lot of time, build yourself a weekly calendar for
It's
75
too
days.
depressing, man. I don't think I
I'm
could do
not I'm
it.
not even
It's too
kidding, bro.
depressing.
It'll inspire you so much because then you won't procrastinate. Then you'd realize you don't
Right.
have a lot of
Right,
time.
right. That's a good way to look at it. I just get depressed. I'm like, man, what the heck? 25 years have gone by. I'm more, just 50 more. Oh no. No, I feel you, dude.
And that's what the Stoics talked about too, right? They had this saying, memento mori. So basically, there's this guy we follow, his name's Ryan Holiday, and he talks a lot about Stoicism. And Stoicism is this old, I wouldn't say old, ancient Greek philosophy. And they had a concept called memento mori. What that means is you will die one day. Let that determine what you think, say, and do. That's very powerful.
The only thing that's promised in life.
Is death
The only thing
the
that's
only
promised
thing?
in life.
Yeah, it
That's insane.
amazes
Yeah.
me. You know, people talk about you should not take risk. Bro, you're not gonna get out of life alive. That's the biggest risk you took. There's no bigger risk than living. Because you'll die. You won't come out of it alive. What are you scared of?
Yeah. No, I get it. Like, some people can have circumstances, whatever the case is, but there's always ways around it. There's always ways around it.
100%, bro.
There's always ways
100%.
around it.
There's a freaking dude in Gaza who's trying to become a bodybuilder, who's
Really?
working out. Well, he doesn't even get his maintenance calories. He gets like 1,200 calories, but he's recording himself doing calisthenics because, of course, he doesn't have access to a gym.
Right.
He's doing calisthenics, he's doing dips, push ups, he's doing pull ups wherever he can. And he's in the middle of a fucking war zone.
Right.
What's stopping you living in Canada?
100%, man. Yeah, no, trust me, dude. Like the overall journey and what we're talking about here too. I'm genuinely grateful that we started. Like, if I had to say one thing, it was I don't know. It just dawned upon me this little sentence is that I want to thank my past self for starting. Make sure my current self keeps on going because my future self is counting on these two people. And I know for a fact my future self doesn't want to see become a bitch.
Yeah.
He'd be very pissed off. He'd be very sad. So that's one person that I can't let down. Future Pranav. So all I got to
That's a
do is
good
keep
way to
on
look
going.
at it.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
And yeah,
people
again,
start
go ahead, sir.
consistency kind of like screws you over, right? So I don't know.
I know it's hard, man, dude. I think the biggest hurdle for us has been finding a good editor. And not just that, like we have good editors. Like Dave is doing an awesome job. But we have to come from a place that he's a student. He has so many commitments. Like he can't be doing this for us full time. Right. So that has been our biggest struggle. But I would like to say thanks to Dave, man. Like he's doing whatever he can.
No, 100%.
Like,
Dave
he's
has
doing
done
a
an
great
amazing
job,
job.
man.
Like without Dave, this podcast wouldn't be here. Without
No,
Nikhil, the
100%.
initial podcast wouldn't be here.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
shout
and
out
again,
to
like I would just say shout out to Nikhil, Akash,
Tejas.
Tejas,
Yeah.
like everybody that helped us, man. Like I remember when we started this, like when I bought the cameras, then I did some research. Nikhil helped me find a good camera. He told
Yep.
me what to do. Like I had a chat with him for 2 hours. Like, people don't do that, bro. Like he came up all the way to Kananaskis
To
with
shoot
his
that,
own-
yeah,
to
yeah,
shoot
yeah,
that
to
shit.
shoot that
Bro,
podcast,
people
yeah.
charge like $500, $600 for that.
Less. That's less because we're
That's
making the guy
less.
hike.
Yeah.
We're making the guy walk too.
And he's bringing his professional equipment.
Yeah, 100%.
So like
yeah.
shout out
yeah.
to Nikhil, bro.
No, shout out to everybody on that trip. Actually,
Yeah, exactly.
every single person on that trip. Yeah, you all genuinely mean a lot. We might not be on the same paths in our lives, but no, Nikhil and I are really, really grateful for everybody who's been helping us through this journey. Because I don't know, me personally, I think that you can think you're a self-made man, but you're not. There's always someone
No.
cheering in the corner for you.
Nah,
You're
there's
never a
nothing as
self-made
self-made,
man. No. It took two people for you to be born. You're never self-made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Arnold had this quote that there's no such thing as self-made
No,
man.
it's just there isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that was a little TLDR
Yeah.
or a little reflection point of our
Actually,
podcast?
let's
What?
end this podcast with a rapid fire round.
Rapid? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask Pranav 3 questions. He's gonna ask me 3 questions.
Okay.
Let's see where it goes.
Okay.
Let's start with what's your favorite restaurant, Regina?
Oof. I think I've cooked pretty good, bro. I mean, the stuff I cook, I think I enjoy, but no, no. I think miso, yeah. Like if you want to go for authentic Japanese sushi, shout out to miso, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I love that place. Good memories. um, what's one dream that you want to see come true from this podcast?
What's one dream that I want to see come true this podcast? I genuinely don't care about views, how much fame I'm gonna get. One thing that I actually really care about is I want to do a podcast with Simon Sinek, and that's my north star for this
Yeah,
podcast.
just put it out there.
If yeah, exactly, manifested, whatever.
100%.
The day I do a podcast with Simon Sinek, I'll be content. Until then, we keep
But
going.
we can't stop after though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course we can't stop, but I'll feel some satisfaction.
100%, 100%. There's always that one goal, right?
Yeah. Shout out to Simon Sinek, man. Fucking, you changed our lives, dude. I don't think I know you don't know us, right? But you have no idea how big of an impact that you've created in this world. And it's not just us. I'm pretty sure there's people who doing way bigger things than what we're doing. And I just want to say thank you, man. Okay. If you could make one rule that everybody in this world had to follow, what would that be? Other than going to the gym.
Just believe in yourself. Trust me, dude. Like, it can do wonders. It's insane. It's insane. I think that concept is, said a lot, but people just don't understand how important it actually is. Like Eddie Hall, right? The guy who previously held the world record for the
record, yeah.
deadlift. He said, like, in order to lift that, he put himself in a very dark spot. Like, imagine if he was lifting a car off of his kids. Nobody has ever lifted 500 kilograms, 1,100 pounds, give or take. But he did it. Where
And
does that strength come
He
from?
was told that he can't
Yeah,
do
exactly.
it.
From scientists, doctors, physiologists, you can't do it. But he did it. There has to be something more to this. There has to be something more than just commitment. There has to be something more than just dedication. There's dedicated bodybuilders out there. Why is there only one Sebum? Why is there only one Arnold? Why is there only one Joe Rogan? Or, like, just on and on, like Einstein, Sir Isaac Newton. There has to be something more than just reps. There's a bunch of guys out there who can bench 315, bench 405. Why is there only like a few selected handful of people benching a certain amount? Given, of course, like, they're probably injecting some drugs into their system, probably have better bone density, whatever the case is. But come on, let's be real. Like, there's fragile, frail people making ripple effects in this fucking world. The guy who's what's his name? Sam Altman or whatever his name is from OpenAI.
Yeah, Sam Altman.
Dude, like, fucking genius. Everybody's using ChatGPT. He started that shit. He's a frail guy. He's not a bodybuilder.
Co-founded by Elon Musk, by the way.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Again, him too. But yeah, just believe in yourself, man. You can make wonders.
It's funny you talk about that Eddie Hall story, how people told him that he can't do it. Physically, human body is not capable of it. There's very similar story to this. It's called the 4 Minute Mile. So there was this guy, Roger Bannister. So I think it was in 1940s and 50s. Everybody said that you can't run a mile in less than 4 minutes. And scientists wrote some papers about it, that how if you ran it, then your heart would essentially explode.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your heart would explode with that stress,
Hmm.
right? And nobody was able to do it. Then one guy named Roger Bannister did it. And you know what's funny? After he did it, within a few months, so many people started doing it.
Hmm.
And the reason nobody could run a sub 4 minute mile was because they were told those limitations.
Yeah.
They were told that you can't do it.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, fucking that's awesome, man. Believe in yourself.
Yeah. What's one thing you love about this life?
Freedom. I have the freedom to do whatever I want. I'm living in a first world country. I have a really good full time job. I can wake up every morning. I have both my legs, my hands, all my body parts are working. I can do whatever I want. And I'm really grateful for the freedom.
Love
If I
that.
was 100, 200 years ago, I would have started out as a slave and living in
Interesting
India with
approach.
caste,
Interesting way to look at it.
with caste
That's
system and
funny.
all, like how it was.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, I'm just grateful for the freedom, man.
That's good, man. That's good.
What's your dream in life?
Oof. Oh, that's actually easy. Um, make sure I can protect and provide for my mom, my future wife, and my kids. I'll be happy. Dude, I don't give a fuck what I'm driving. I don't care if I'm driving a Lamborghini or I don't care if I'm driving a Prius.
Don't drive a Prius, man. That's like the worst car.
Hey, just an
I'll
analogy.
get you a better one.
Just oh hell yeah, dude. I wouldn't say no to that. But no. Um more than myself, I want to be so wealthy and so successful that I can give of course I'll do good things for myself as well. But make sure my mom and my future family are taken care of. My kids are gonna be disciplined. They're not gonna be like spoiled.
Yeah.
But there's never gonna be a single day where we have to worry about anything. That's how successful I want to become. Not for myself, for them.
Yeah. And do like your mom's my mom, right?
Yeah,
We gotta build
exactly.
this
And
shit together.
of course, man. 100%. 100%. All right. My last question. What's one message you want to give to future Nikhil Kumar?
What's one message I want to give to future Nikhil Kumar?
Yeah. Your future self.
To my future self, not past self.
No.
Future self.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Some message I would give to my future self.
Because he's waiting for big things to happen, dude. Starts from now.
What I would give to my future self.
A message that you just want to project out there.
What I would say to my future self. Oof, damn. Be humble and be grateful. No matter how big things get, because you'll achieve great things together with your friends. Just remember where you come from. Just remember who to value, and never forget your values. And by values, I don't mean touch your parents' feet and all that. Those things are awesome, but values are discipline, hard work, grit. So yeah, just be humble, man.
No, that's good, brother. And yeah, I think that's a perfect note to end this quick little episode with just your hosts, Nikhil and Pranav. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. And more episodes on the way, more content on the way. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.
Love you all.
See ya.